There we go. It's not fancy stuff. Nice. Oh, see if I got this thing in a loop. And I do. All right. All right, we're going to let some people catch up. So I do know it takes a little minute. All right, let's see if you guys can hear me. As I get this stuff rolling. Let me put that up there. You guys are all set up with Ansul. All right. All right, good. Let's bring this music down. For those of you watching this video, my name is Mike Reed, and I'm giving information on commercial appliance information. I had a little audience here, excuse me, distracted me. So I'm giving you guys some information here on Ansul fire suppression systems. These are Ansul systems that go inside of the hoods in every restaurant. These are the Ansul systems that are in food trucks. So right now we got about 5 people. We're gonna let a few more people come on in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to drop some of these links so you all can follow along with me. Let me copy this and drop this in the chat so you guys can follow along. All right, so you should be able to click on that link that's in the chat. Let me know if you're having any difficulties. All right, we are good to go. I already have this stuff up, but I'm going to do it from scratch for you. Loading up. Yeah. So it's in the link. It's in the chat. So the chat should be there. Let me see if this. Yeah, you should be able to have. You should be able to have that. If that doesn't work, try this one. I just put a new one in there. I put the www in there. So let's see. We're gonna let some more people roll on in, and I'm gonna stroll on through. Don't let that price scare you away. But this is something that is this is something that's needed every day of the year. So once again, this is another company that is owned by even larger company, Johnson Controls. A lot of you know who that is. All right, Ansul has. Let me show you guys some of their videos and stuff. Ansul has fire extinguishers. They have the stationary in place units. Let me see if I can. While we're waiting on some people to pop in there. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. I'm trying to pull up a video to play for you all. Let me just go to YouTube. So what Ansul has is they have I believe they have 3 training facilities across the U.S. Wisconsin is one of them. Well, Wisconsin is the main one. All right, Ansul fire suppression. Okay, this is short, so that's nice. So what they're doing is they're testing the Ansul system with those balloons. Once you go through training, so you actually will be the one that set all that up. You would be the one to do that test. That's really complicated, isn't it? Have all that set up with balloons and whatnot. Oh, Johnson Controls. All right, don't let me forget. Let me try to address that at the end so that I don't bog everybody down. But Johnson Controls is a $1 billion corporation that's in security systems and everything else. A whole gamut of things. I would have a 10-hour video just going over the fire suppression. Ansul. Fair use. That is Ansul. That is what you would set up. That Ansul system right there. So there's a number of different ones. CO2. This R102 is a different one. Fair use. All right, lady, off my screen. Let me go back. Sorry about the lag. Right. So Tyco is part of Johnson Controls, or Johnson Controls is part of Tyco, the whole 9. So this is what you would put in. So this is something that when you're involved with a lot of these startups, like I am, when you're involved with with, let's say, a new owner of a restaurant or a new chain comes in and they're taking over from the old chain, you sometimes inherit some of these things. And so what you would do is you would actually put in all the piping. You would be responsible for the fire suppressant system, which is the Ansul system. So they have the CO2, they got the 102, they have the foam, and they have water. So please forgive, if anybody knows anything about my Ansul, please forgive me if I'm like doubling up on some of that, but I don't believe that the 102 is water or foam. I think the foam is just called the foam. So you see within a few minutes of them having a fire, so what happens is it melts the little tags, and then because they're fire rated, and then it releases a clamp, and boom, just like that, it puts the fire out. You cannot have a hood without the Ansul system. You can't have it. You have to have this with it. So if sometimes people want to put in, because I know these things come up where people see opportunity with these, but this is something that you have to have. Let me go to some of the training here. All right, so I'm going to show this one. So this is the Ansul system for the restaurant. Of course, they sell these worldwide: Europe, Africa, Middle East, Arab Emirates, all that kind of stuff. So this is the Piranha. This is the Piranha system, which is actually what you saw a little demo of. It's a 2-day class in person. There we go. So East Coast is going to be in Boca Raton. So that's April 10th. And in Marionette, Wisconsin, that's May 15th. And let me explain to you what this is. So you're going to go over installation of the units. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. You're going to go over installation of these units in a restaurant. Everything that's involved with them, including hooking them up with the hoods. With the blowers in the roof, the design, and the installation of the Ansul system. Then how to recharge them, and you have to do periodic service, which is money. No one else is going to be able to go ahead and do this. It is just going to be you. So once you learn how to do this, and once you put in the system or certify the system, you're the one that's going to have to come and test the system with the balloons and make sure everything is working, replace canisters and things like that, the whole nine. So it's just a never-ending sea of guaranteed money. So once you finish the class, you're going to be an Ansul technician. So then you're going to get your manual, presentation videos, work problems. Now, when you go to these in-person classes, you're actually going to have units that you're going to work on. And you're only talking about like pipes, like 1/4-inch pipes that you're going to be putting in, cutting. I don't know. This is something you can talk about with them. I don't know if you'll be able to use the press fittings now, the Vega. Maybe, probably, so it's not that involved. A little bit of metal cutting tools, and you're in business. So they're going to teach you how to do the whole thing. You're going to get your personalized ID cards. Look at that. So this is serious business. This is not some joke. This is something that they have to have signed off on. Otherwise, the restaurant gets shut down, because fire is taken very seriously. Kitchens catch on fire all the time. And without this, people die. So you get their online refresher courses, all that other stuff. All right, add on. Let me see if I got any questions anywhere. So it is like I said before, it's a 2-day class. Now they have the virtual, and then they do have the in-person. Let's go over some of the costs. Let me see if I have the cost on there. Let me see if I have some. Sorry about the screen moving around like that. Yeah, they're not showing me the cost on this right here because the 2-day class isn't as expensive as some of the other ones. All right, so now let's go over the Ansul virtual class. Now, the virtual class starts January 23rd. January 23rd for the virtual class. Let me see what the cost of it is. I think it's like 200 or 250 bucks for the, yeah, they have the class every month. It's going to be, you know what? It's going to be in another section. What I have to do is I have to actually select it. So Boca Raton and Marionette, Wisconsin are the ones that are going to have the in-person. They're going to teach you everything you need to know about the system. All right, so yeah, that is true. That the cleaning guys, because they're just little clips that hold the safety devices together, and when they hit those clips with that pressure washer, and it pops the clip off, then it's going to trigger. It's going to trigger that hood suppression system, and then you're going to have to come out and you're going to have to reset it. You're going to have to reset it, and you're going to have to test it. All right, so let me show you this. Now, this is the all-inclusive. This is the all-inclusive. This thing is 3 days. This one is $2,100 for this. This is the fire school. The other classes, like, see this Ansul. This is with the fire extinguishers. That's $250. And I need to select that one for the Piranha. See, this is just 8 hours, and that's $275 for this class. And I believe this is all virtual. Yeah, this is all virtual. This is all virtual. This is at the end of the month. This is for the fire extinguishers. And this is something that the health department looks for as well, to make sure the fire extinguishers and everything are up to date. I didn't get a chance to get into this last year with any of you because we had most of the classes had already passed. They're really heavy on loading up in the beginning of the year with these. Let's see here. Let me view the schedule. All right, so the beginning of the year, what they got here, let me make sure you're watching the same thing I am and make this a little bigger. So fire suppression on the first month of the year, second month of the year, near the end, more fire extinguisher. I think I'm stuck in fire extinguisher. Let me go back. So basically, they're doing it almost every month. Let me go into the catalog for you. There we go. Dry clean. This is a large. This is the one for chemical. Here's foam. Here we go. Here's foam. Foam is $750. Now, you will find foam in retirement homes. Yes, this is the same Ansul system that you see suspended above your head. When you see that little sprinkler hanging down, those 9 times out of 10 are Ansul systems that you see in hospitals, retirement homes, restaurants, grocery stores. That is what this is. That is what you're looking at. So this year I get to bring this up to you. So here's the one. Here's the one with the foam. And in these, you'll find these in fire trucks. So you find it, not fire trucks, I'm sorry, food trucks. Sorry about that. So the first class, I think, is full, which is why it is March 26th is for the foam system. 15 seats left is $750. And you have to go to Wisconsin, which is, this is Green Bay. It's around Green Bay. Oh, and they don't even have the other dates. So as the other dates roll out, so the first one is full because it's probably full since last year. Okay, so there's more foam. Let me show you what that foam looks like. Let me show. So this is the R102, and let me show you what the Ansul foam system. I think you can. I think they will give you class on like how to retrofit some of that stuff for foam, but you'll find that some of the retirement homes want foam and things like that. That's NASA with the foam. Ansul, more foam. Those are shorts. More shorts. What the hell? I'll show you this because I think this is quick. Yeah, this is only about a minute. Here we go. Here's a little foam. That's from 8 years ago. So see, none of this stuff is new. Fair use. But there's quite a few. I just want to make sure it's Ansul. So this is the high expansion foam. They have other ones. So commercial encompasses a large amount of products for you to get into. It's all interconnected. So this is, like I said, this is in your hotels, so people don't burn alive in the hotels. These are in your grocery stores, universities, grammar schools, hospitals. This is the foam. Oh, you'll find the foam in the computer areas because they don't want to use water. So they'll either use, rarely are you going to find foam, but they might use foam, but they're going to use a gas system that is Ansul. And when they flood the room full of that gas, it snuffs out the fire when it's in a computer sensitive room. So the foam doesn't interfere with the computers, and the gas system doesn't. But there's some problems with the gas. I can't get into that right now, but I think there's some issues with the gas system and people in the room. So that's why they might opt for the foam. But the foam doesn't. I do not believe that the foam is going to interfere with the electronics, which is why they opt for it. So that's Ansul. You would be trained on how to install that. And of course, this is a large unit. This is not the one that's in the grocery store. This is not the one in the restaurant or the food truck. It's a much smaller one for those situations. So that's Ansul. That is the foam system, which is 2 days. And you can look into this yourself about their other applications when it comes to setting this stuff up. Now, the foam system, you can actually install that using a PVC system. So that's the other thing you're going to get into. So you can put these in the ceiling using a PVC. Oh, hold on, you guys couldn't see that. Hold on one second. Let me go back. Let me show you this one. So they have they're going to teach you on how to install all the piping and everything. And if you didn't want to go through that, you have the e-learning. You have the e-learning for all of this, English and Spanish. That's all the live training. Let me go over some of this virtual stuff. So they had the virtual. Of course, if you want to see the cost on it, the cost is so much less. But as we all know, everybody likes the in-person. See, the exam is only 1 hour, and that's for the R102. So they, like I said, they have different names. They got the foam, the CO2. They have all this other stuff that you can learn. That's why the fire school is like $2,000 because they run you through everything. This is going to be in phases. And once again, this is about You get to recertify the unit. You test the unit just like you saw earlier with the balloons and all that to make sure that each and every one of the nozzles are working. So you have that, and then you actually have to rehook it. It's all on YouTube. How you Ansel fire suppression system test. All right, questions. So you can get into this. Here we go. Perfect. So you can get into this for as little as 750. Well, little as $250 actually. All right. Have I? No, I haven't gone through the Ansel stuff. I'm involved with so many different things that people ask me all the time, how the hell do I get a chance to deal with all this different stuff? I would love to go through it. I have been trying to go through this, and then COVID hit. So there it is. There's your Ansel tank that's in those boxes. You've all seen those boxes. And there's the valves, there's the gate valves that open up. So these are the tanks that you have to certify. So you have to certify those tanks so that they can be sure that they work. Oh, there's another one. So they can be sure that they work. To be honest with you, yeah, if I was trained on the Ansel system, I think this is one in the food truck. Let me go back to my video. So you have so many more opportunities. Oh, that's the R1. That's the R102. You have a lot of opportunities. So there's the canister. The canisters all have dates on them, and they have to stay. See that? So that was using stainless steel. And you go over all of these different styles of piping. But I do know that the foam, you can use it's a PVC that you can use with that, and the foam is certified for retirement homes because they didn't want to hit the elderly and then all their electric wheelchairs and all that stuff with water. So the foam system. Oh, there it is. Let me go back. This right here, that is the safety device. So this is what he mentioned, where the hood cleaning guys will blast that piece right there with the pressure washer, or they'll hit it with a brush or whatever. And once those pieces separate, the system is active. And then some of them might know how to put it back together, but you still have to, once they activate it, they would have to call you as a trained Ansel technician to come out and reset the system. And then, of course, you got to log it and the whole nine. So you never know who's got experience with this kind of stuff and who doesn't. So I just introduce you guys to it. Whenever the training comes up, I want to let you guys know, because hell, there's probably somebody watching me that has put one of these in before. So just letting you know, hey, Ansel classes are back on. Ansel classes are already started. They're already full. See, all that. They teach you how to put all of those things in. All right, let me go back. Okay, questions. Industrial system, foam, vehicle systems, restaurants. Here's the water base. Make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, good. All right, so student of info. Okay, I asked you this question a lot, but how many calls have you done today? I'm hoping commercial can be the same or more money while doing less calls, so I can spend a good amount of time with my kid daily. Right, so I've just stacked up my calls. So I actually didn't even run any today. I didn't run any today. I didn't run any yesterday. I was gonna run some today, right? And what I got going on, let me just let you know what I got going on right now. Right now, waiting on me, I have two, oh God, I got two icy systems waiting on me. Both of them are for Great American Cookie. So one Great American Cookie is south, only about 15 minutes south of me, and the other one is about an hour north of me. But they're all friends. The owners are all friends, and so they're passing my name around because they have what's actually called a reed oven. No joke, it's called a reed oven. All right, let me show you this reed oven. So some of these Great American Cookies have, in my market, they got this, a reed oven. Okay, good. You guys can see. So I got one of the locations. I'm keeping an eye on their oven. Now, someone that watches my content is familiar with this. Hell, we'll go with this one. They're familiar with some of these. They work on the Hobart version. The Hobart has a brand, and it's funny because the people were calling and they were looking for reed ovens, and they kept calling me. And so I said, all right, well, let me go ahead and check into this thing. I had never heard of reed oven before. And I called, gave them my information, and wouldn't you know it, the same person that called me that was looking for reed oven said, oh, reed oven gave us your number. So let me give you guys the thing. I actually took a look at it, and there really wasn't much to it. It really wasn't much to it. What I found is like this picture shows, everything is on the right on this unit, and it's got a huge spindle and another wheel. It's got two wheels and a spindle on the side, and it rotates the shelves, and they put the cookies in there. And here's the motor right here that turns the spindle for the cookies, and something in it is slightly warped, so it makes a little banging sound every now and then. Down here at the bottom, this is where you either have your electric heating elements that go from this 21 all the way over, and let me go back, or they come in gas or electric, is what I'm trying to tell you. They come in gas or electric. So to bring it all back, I got this customer. I got two Great American Cookies to take care of. They've been waiting on me. I got a couple of Hoshizaki ice machines that are waiting on me. I called one tonight, told them that they said they were busy. So I said, all right, fine, I'll just go tomorrow. I really didn't feel like working today. I got two ices. Both of them have a barrel that's out. I got a Hoshizaki KM901 that's freezing up, so it needs to be clean. I have an Isomatic. No, I got a Hoshizaki. Another Hoshizaki at a Wingstop I gotta do. No, the reed oven, I'm just keeping an eye on that because it's not broken. It's just making a weird noise. So I got all these things lined up, and the reason why I put it off because it was Christmas and the holiday, New Year's. Oh, I have an Onera group. It's either an Onera made refrigerator or it's an MVP refrigerator. I got to put a new thermostat. Oh, it's an Onera. It's an Asper. I got to put a temperature controller in there. Let me see here. Let me show you what it looks like. Asper. Well, like I said, I am a little. My situation is different. I've already put in work with all these different companies, so people already call me. I am at the point where I am just turning people away. So it's a little different. It's a little different with me. And the reason why I'm turning some people away is because I am steadily increasing my numbers. See, none of these are right. Oh, that's Fedco. None of these are right. Let me just look up Onera Group then. Asper. Let me see if you guys have ever seen a controller that looks like this. Man, none of these are it either. This is crazy. Let me just show you what the Asper unit looks like. And now this is COD. So they've already had this unit for about 5 years, 5 or 6 years. This is some kind of like kiddie daycare. It's one of those by the hour daycare places where you drop your kid off and then go to the mall. And so it is just a single door prep table. And then when you know it, above it, they've got a Lincoln. They got a Lincoln pizza oven right up above it. And then now they want me to take a look at some other stuff. Let me do this. It is let me go into Parstown. I'm not a big fan of Parstown, but let me go into Parstown. And let me look it up that way. Because it might just pop up if I do it like this. It might just pop up. Make sure you guys are watching what I'm watching. All right, so let's see here. Let me take this off the screen so you can see the full screen. And let me go back to the tab. So this is a compressor that goes in it, $900 and an Asper. I've got one, so I don't need to buy one. I don't even know it says Silver King. I don't know why it says Silver King. Here we go. See, they're also using it, so it's the same components in the structural concepts as an Asper. Glass tender. See, also overload for the Asper. I'm just gonna do this. Brand Asper. God, I really wish their website was a whole lot better than this. Search. I don't want the ballast or the lights. I want the temp. Let me see if any of this will freaking work. No, because they suck. All right, we'll do this. I actually have an old one to show because I've done so many. And I don't know why this thing is not showing up. This is nuts. This is nuts. You know what? Screw Parstown. So you guys get a good idea of what I'm talking about. Now it comes up. They suck. There we go. Let me make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. All right. So you got to realize with my situation. So this is Onera Group. This is Asper. So Onera Group is the parent. Asper is one of the brands underneath that parent group. And so they actually have no choice but to use me. They actually have no choice but to wait on me to go on out there. So this is the same door hinge. See, $26. I have these hinges. Here's the square evaporated fan motor. I know you guys have probably seen some of these. That should be just 110 volt. Now this is some of their other controllers. This is that I can't think of the name of it. Evo. Things that damn Evo. I think that's another one of those Evos. Okay, so the compressor is not all that bad. It's $640. I think I got about 2 or 3 of those. There's some of those fans. Now, word to the wise, you don't have to use these. You could go to any computer store and buy a fan and buy one of these box fans. You could match it up. They're just doing the same freaking thing. You don't have to spend $114. You can spend $14. There is nothing special about that fan. It's not like it's an encapsulated nothing. It's the exact same. They're just freaking picking them up off the shelf, and they charge you $140 for the same thing you can buy for $14, $12 at the computer store, whether it be Micro Center or somewhere else. Door hinge. It's gonna come up sooner or later. Bear with me here. This, and I'm gonna get into it once I find the damn thing. 206. I'm surprised they actually have parts. I used to get these parts directly from Onera Group, and now they make me go through Partstown because Partstown is storing all their freaking parts. More hinges, contactors, 53. Don't buy a contactor from Partstown for $53. Go on over to URI, go on over to Johnstone, go on over to one of those other ones and get a freaking contactor for $15, $18. Don't spend the 53. It's the same contactor. All right, let's see here. More compressors out of stock. I got one. Racks. You know what? They're upsetting me. And the thing is, I gotta order this damn thing. I'm gonna order it tonight. I really need to find it. I really need to find the damn thing. Splice? All right. What about the connector? What do you mean about the connector? All right. Hit me back. What are you talking about? What about it's not a connector, contactor. Contactor. So a contactor. All right. Let's see here. All right, you guys can see it for the motor. What do you mean? What about the connector for the motor? For the fan motor? Oh, no. All right, you didn't see it. I'm gonna go back. Let me show you. Let me go back. And this is not just for Asper. This is for Glass Tender and a whole bunch of other ones. Continental. Yeah, you splice that in because you gotta do that anyway. So those all have plugs, but for there it is. See, that's even for Volrath. The government is, see, this is even for Volrath. The government is making them put these units in, and you guys see me do some of these on Blue Air and whatnot. Oh, finally, it lets me turn this thing around. Drag the spin. Let me see. So most of these are not going to have a pin. They're actually just going to have the wires hanging off. They're just going to have two wires that you're just going to have to splice in. You're going to do the exact same thing that the factory did. Oh, it's not playing with me. But let me show you that same. It should be 110 volt. Yeah. Where'd it go? Let me see if it can tell us what it is. But it's going to be. Oh, duh. There. So let me show you. 110 volt PC fan motor. We don't want the Hossman. That's for your grocery stores. And these are the same ones. You can get the same thickness of the fan motor and everything. Very rarely. And see this one. Well, that's a 12 volt. That's a 12 volt. And I have a bunch of 12 volts. See, so that's more reasonable. $9. That's more reasonable. How many do they have? One. After that one is sold, watch it go up to $130. I don't know why they're giving me such grief. But anyway, this is what they're using now. You don't have to go with any of these. See, here we go. Granger got one. for 19 bucks. Granger got one for 19 bucks. Now, oh, that's a 230. So they're going to have them in 110 and 230. Then they're going to have them with different thickness. Granger is going to have all those. So if Granger is 19 bucks, you know you can get them for a cheaper price. And you guys love to go to your Amazon and all that kind of stuff. I'm an eBay guy. Right? So it's not a big deal. All right, let me see here. What was I going to show you guys? All right, so kind of went off the rails with this one. But anyway, to answer your question, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff lined up, a bunch of stuff stacked up. Yeah, commercial is, people are finding out every day that they talk to me. They go ahead and grab a call and they think they're going to be in and out of there. No, man, you might get tied up on one call for you might get tied up on one call for a day or two. So don't think that you're going to be running and gunning. You're going to take out 5-10 calls in a day, especially not just getting started. There's no way. There is no way. Let me see what I can show you here on this. So that's what I'm saying. If you are interested in spending more time with the family, more time with the kids, elderly family members, that type of thing, special needs family members, these are jobs that are high earning jobs. And then you have the consistency of going back and then doing the certification, right? Let me see. You know what? I don't know if I have found any. I don't know what. Oh, they want me to download that stupid case study. I don't want to do that. So you're talking about a substantial amount of money to put these in, and then not only would you be able to get involved with putting these in, but you would be able to be involved with putting in quite a few other things. Let me show you cost on. Let's see if we can even find anything. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So I don't have a problem showing you what other people are stating. It's just that this is not me saying that. So they say it costs between $3,000 and $5,000 for that R102 that I was telling you about. Right? For that R102. So thank you all for sticking around till this time. I'm getting to the meat and potatoes of it. Right? So that R102, each one of them has a different cost. So this R102 for commercial kitchens, that's the $3,000 to $5,000. It can detect fire. So that's just to get the unit. All right, so it's got several factors that go along with the cost. See? So even they have a hard time. It includes the size of the hood, because then you have to cover each and every cooking station. So you need a nozzle over the fryer. You need a nozzle. You actually even need a nozzle over the oven. And I think that's weird, but you need one over the oven. You're going to need them over the griddle. You need them over the grills and all that kind of stuff. Anything under the hood, you got to put one under there. And so they have to hire you when they reconfigure the kitchen. And then the Ansul guy got to come back out and he got to reconfigure each spray nozzle, and he has to redirect where the spray nozzles go. The customer has to pay the guy for that. So a basic system costs between $3,000 and $7,000. That's a basic. Look at that range. It more than doubled. It didn't say between $3,000 and $6,000. It said between $3,000 and $7,000. Right? So that price includes, these kind of things and the chemical agent, and then you have to go around and do it. How often should it be serviced? And these are things that you guys are looking into by yourself, just so you know. All right. Look at here. Would you look at here? Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. What does that say? Not the guy that's sitting in the parking lot drinking Old English drinking Crazy Horse. Hey, you. Hey, come here, man. I need you to go ahead and check my system. Oh, yeah, I used to work for this guy. I'll go ahead and do that for you real quick, man. Don't worry about that, boss. No. According to the fire code, let me make sure you guys can see this. All right. Are you guys with me? Put a 1 in the chat if you're still paying attention. So, according to the fire code, that these systems must be inspected. They have to pay you for that by a trained professional every 6 months. So, once again, you have to replace the rubber blow-off caps. So, what you saw earlier with those balloons, they took off the rubber blow-off caps, and to prove that they can blow off the rubber blow-off caps, they put those balloons over it, and then they run the system to make sure that the balloons will inflate. If they do not inflate, that means the piping isn't secured, isn't tight somewhere. So at least annually replace all blow-off caps, right? The hydro tank test. That's every 12 years, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, the replace fusible link. That must be replaced. So that's what was mentioned earlier, that the guys mess up when they're cleaning, is the replaceable fusible link. Right? So you should coordinate your maintenance with the factory authorized technician. That is you. Then they have to reinstate the system. Or not, you do. You would have to reinstate the system. You would have to record and do the test and put in the service date and certify that you did these actions. You would have to do a complete service and test, and then note all the things that you did. Does Ansul system have to be manually activated? Sometimes, yeah. Let's see what they say. Let's see what they say. What the hell happened? All right, so they are automatically activated when they detect the fire, but they also have a manual activation. Yeah. All right, it can be done using a remote manual pull station, all of which you have to go out there and test. That is what your money is going toward. Your money is going towards you going there, doing hands-on, because that's what my channel is about. Showing you where these classes are, introducing you to things that you probably never even knew about. So when a fire detected, right, the Ansul system discharges the wet chemical agent from all nozzles. So the Ansul fire suppressant agent is in discharge into the fire, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm sorry, that's the chemical. Is right, the foam forms a solid layer over the fryer or the grill or whatever to suffocate the fire. All right, so then you have to go ahead and redo it all over again. And you can Google this. You can Google all of this. All right, does it require power? I don't think so. Oh, it does need to be wired. Oh yeah, the hell do I know? All right. Yeah, because it's got the display. You got to wire it in because it works in conjunction with the blower hood. I don't know how that works, if they run in reverse or what. I don't know. Don't get me to start telling you that. That's what you're going to class for. All right, so they will power this thing on. It runs the extraction hoods. It disperses whatever water or foam or the CO2, whichever it is, to suffocate the fire and draw. Okay, so air must be shut off to stop bringing fresh air to fan the fire. So you're going to learn about all of this if you're at all interested in this. So I don't know what all backgrounds of everybody that follows me, but if you ever go into a commercial situation, restaurant, hotel, grocery store, a school, a nursing home, just know that this is there. That's what's in the system. I mean, that's what's in the ceiling. That's what's under the hood. Okay, cool. That's what's under the hood, right? So this is the Ansul system. And there's quite a bit that you can do if you want to ease yourself into it. they have just the classes on the just on the fire extinguishers themselves. And if you do just the fire extinguisher, just know, yeah, you got to go through the entire facility. All the fire extinguishers that you see in the hallway, whatever they have that are Ansel fire extinguishers, then you have to go ahead and do the test to certify it or sell them new ones. However that goes, they got a thing where after so long, they can't guarantee the fire extinguishers, so you have to actually swap it out. So that's something that they go over, and I think that's the $200 and something class. That's the $200 something class, and they actually have 3 facilities, but so far they're only showing us Florida and Wisconsin. But I know that they had a California facility. So let me see here. This is and if you go to their site, you will find all the stuff for the different their different uses. So fire school is the most expensive, and that's because they're running you through everything. That's why they call it the fire school. I don't even want to get into the vehicle. Let me go back to the restaurant. And so once you can do just the tanks, and like I said, the tanks are in the food trucks. So those are in food. They got to be in every food truck. They're all over. They're all over. I would have to go to the classes. So does anyone need the link again for this? Does anyone need the link? Type yes if you need the link, and then I can start to put these links back in there. But here's all the stuff for this. Oh, you can't see it. I have to go, you have to select the stuff, and then once I select that I want to purchase the class, then it will give me the cost. That's the portable fire extinguishers. There we go. Portable fire extinguisher. There it is, right there. And I believe this class is like 2 something. It's an 8-hour class. I think I'd have to log in again. So once you log in, it's free to do so. All right, so let me give you these links. So this first link I'm putting in, it's going to bring you to a blank login page. You're going to have to start your own sign up. It is completely free to do so. This is something that you can take a look at. You don't have to act on this right now. You don't have to act on this ever. Just know that you have this option. Just know that this is out there. All right, so let me give you this is the main, right? This is the main one for Ansel. Let me see if I got this right. So it's the main one for Ansel. So like I said before, I hate to beat a dead horse, but everywhere that you have cooking and everywhere that you have people that congregate, you're going to have this fire suppression system. So you don't often see fire suppression system in the hallways, the stairways. What they'll have there is that every other stairwell or something like that, you'll see the fire extinguishers mounted. And so next time you're in a building, take a look at that fire extinguisher. You might just see Ansel on that fire extinguisher, on that red canister. Those have to be done every 6 months. That building has to pay for that service. Whether they like it or not, it is fire code. They have to have it done. So for some of you who are into facilities management or are going to graduate your business or looking to get into facilities management, this is something that you would really want to add to your repertoire. All right. This is something you're going to want to add. The ability to do and certify the building fire system. because it's not much, but you certified every 6 months, and you have the other stuff that's even greater with every year. When you go to the classes, they tell you when you have to replace certain things, and then you actually learn how to install this stuff. They had My wife wants to do a nursing home, and so if you were to go buy a home to do a small, like a 3 or 6 bed nursing home, instead of hiring someone to put in the fire system, I would just go to the Ansul school, and the school for that to put in the Ansul system so that it would be covered under fire code is $750. So dig around in the site, and you will find all this stuff. Lots of opportunity. And you saw the prices, and that was just for that one section right there with the kitchen. So the kitchen has to be done, and then the rest of the building would have to be done. So I had looked into doing the Ansul foam system for a small retirement home, and then to just go ahead and do the training myself instead of paying somebody to do it. So there are lots of opportunities in various different areas around the country. People are taking homes, they're redoing the homes, and they're turning them into assisted livings. And once you facilities, once you turn it into an assisted living facility, now that ties in with everything I've told you about, which you have your commercial laundry in there to handle all the sheets and towels and soiled linens and things like that. You're really going to want something that has that 4G spin to get everything clean, and you'll be able to put in the fire suppression system. You'll be able to maintain the fire suppression system. So this is commercial. It's a lot more than just a food truck servicing a food truck. It is hotels, grocery stores, retirement homes, schools, universities, the whole gambit. I'm not even going to get into the military facilities and all that other kind of stuff, because then you got some other stuff you got to add with that. But they have classes, and the class to do, like I said, to do a retirement home, to learn how to do that, how to run all the lines, especially for the phone system, is like $750. And you can go to Marietta, Wisconsin, Boca Raton, and then the other one was in California. So as these things come up, I will notify you guys. I will let you guys know, especially if you voice your opinion on any kind of interest in it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the marine stuff. I forgot about that. So dig around in it. Dig around. You'll be able to see all kind of applications, the golf courses, all that kind of stuff. Non-fluorinated. So you really get into all this stuff once you start to take some classes. And you don't have to, like I said, you could go ahead and do the ones just for the fire extinguishers, which is, I think, as little as $250. Here we go. Let me copy this and we put this in there. Here you go. Here's another good one. Let me show you this, and let me star this so you have that up at the top. All right. So, as usual, I'm going to hit you with this one. Questions. Because I've been on this one, and this is something I didn't, you guys weren't even going to be aware of getting hit with that one. What are your questions on this? Hit me with that, and then we're going to wrap this up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So what do you guys have for me on this? What are some of your questions? You got a chance to see what some of the charges are. All right, so it's not for pennies. It's not a nickel and dime situation. And you're not gonna be putting that stuff in 5 minutes or 2 days or anything like that. So let's see what we got here. Everybody's got the addresses. You know the name. You know it's backed by large corporations, and you know now I'm gonna have you guys looking at everything. You guys ain't gonna be able to go anywhere without examining everything, because somehow I heard from someone that they didn't have anything in their area. So being that y'all didn't have anything in your area, I had to take a look again. Oh yeah, there's a sprinkler system. So real quick, let me see if I can find this class on the sprinkler system. See, they're gonna make me log in. I don't know why it's doing this. All right, let me see if you guys can see this. Okay, they have a place in Rhode Island. Okay, Dubai. For all my people in the Middle East. Netherlands, Madrid, Manchester United. All right, Marietta. Oh no, it looks like they got rid of California. All you guys in California, I'm sorry. Man, after COVID, everything changed. So you only got Wisconsin and Rhode Island. Okay, so you got Wisconsin, Rhode Island. I could have swore there was another one for the states. All right, let me see here. So yeah, it's all part of Tyco, a lot of other companies. Let me see if I can. Let me see if this thing is going to let me log in. So I'm going to go to this phone training thing. Ah, okay. So this is where you'll see the class. You'll see the price. Hold on. Right now I'm logging in. All right. It might not let me take it because I haven't logged in since last year. It's not letting me take it. So let me give you this. I'm gonna put this in the chat, and then we're gonna call this a day. Oh, what is this? What's the question? What'd you say here? Oh yeah, yeah. You do know now. Yeah, I don't care where you go. When you go into a gas station, you're gonna see the fire suppression in there. Every time you see the little sprinklers in the ceiling, you really don't get a chance to trace it back. But if you were to trace it back, you're gonna go see the box, and then you'll see Ansul. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see Ansul, or somebody that Ansul freaking owns, because they own everybody. So here I was in. So you're gonna have to log in on this one, and it will give you what the yeah. So there's Cranston Training. That's Rhode Island. Foam Training. Unfortunately, I can't give you the prices. If you were to click on here, sign up. It's free to sign up, and then you would be able to see what the costs of these things are. So let me see what we got here. I logged into one. Let's see what we got here. And it wasn't even the one I was looking for. It's a little bit. I have a little bit of lag because you can see this. I got like 30 windows open. I got 30 things open. Yeah, it's still not showing. It's still not showing. Let me go back to. You guys saw the fire school, so that's 2,000. It's a few days. So it's an investment, but it's an investment that's well worth your while. I would definitely see. I don't know why it doesn't want to show me the other one. It's definitely going to want. You're gonna have to go out there and see what's going on. So these fire schools. So it's $250 for the classroom. Oh, and here's the foam. Let me see who's still here. Who's still here? All right, I got a number of people that's still here. You guys are just watching me, watching my screen. This is the class right here. So this is a 3-day program. You'll learn how to design the foam system, how to install the foam system, right? Each part of it. So I thought it was more. What is this? It's only, okay, wow. All right, so it's 3 days. It's $500. And once you're done with this, then you know how to do the foam system, which is what the retirement homes are looking for. And this is a virtual class, so you don't have to go anywhere. Virtual class. It's next month. I'm gonna put this in there. Virtual class next month. In order to get to this point, you're gonna have to log in. You're just gonna have to take a look at all this stuff. And then this is your business. You're gonna have to go and talk to different people. If you go to a retirement home, they're going to tell you, oh yeah, we've got this other retirement home we're building and we haven't put in the system yet. You know, hey, are you interested in doing the Ansul foam system? Like, oh yeah, we were looking into that, but we didn't have anybody to do it. You could put in your bid for that, right? So, opportunities. Restaurants, retirement homes, food trucks. So that's what this one is. And then they have in person. They have in person, but this is online. So you have lots of different opportunities. Oh, was that? Oh yeah, that's this year. What am I doing? That's this year. So the online class is just next month and then December. So they're only doing 2 classes. So you got plenty of time to think about it. It's going to be the same guy teaching both these classes. It's online. Let me see if I can go back. I'll go back more. So that's what I looked into for my wife. I was like, yeah, I can go ahead and do the foam system myself. So I take the class for $500 and then I can just go ahead and do it. Let me see if you guys are, let me see who's still here. Oh, wow. I still got a number of people here. All right, let me do here. Ansul foam system install. Let's see here. Let me see, did you guys see this one? Let's see here. I really want to show you guys the foam. They have all the videos, so you don't have to worry about that. They show you how this stuff works. You can look into this stuff beforehand. So this is what's behind the curtain. So of course this is a large one. I'm not going to show you this. This is a larger. You would do a much, much smaller one, but there you don't have much of a limit. All right, let me do foam system for retirement home. There we go. Retirement home systems. Let's see here. Who did this? Is this me? Yeah, this is me. See, I had this last year. I did a little video. I bet you didn't know that. I had a little video last year. I had 50 views. Let me see what we got. So I did do a little bit on that Ansul last year. All right, we're going around in circles. I did this already. But just know, let me do this. Just know you got a lot of opportunities out there. So yeah, if you do want to spend more time, out of the truck. If you want to spend more time where you want to spend it, there's a lot more to commercial than just working on a dryer. A lot more to commercial than working on a fryer. A lot more to commercial than working on an ice cream machine. You have the fire suppression system, you have the hood, you got the blower. You know, there's a lot more to it. A lot of opportunities. And with that, I am going to say thank you all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I do appreciate all the donations. Thank you so much.